very different menu. And the menu that she chose is called the technical specification. I haven't done this before. And her speech title is very, very special too. It's called Cruelty Free. And the speaker is Grace Choice. Let's welcome Grace Choice. Grace.
Okay. Okay, is it start? So the page 1. Yeah. First I'll see the page 1. This is a cruelty free. Actually, this information, thanks acknowledgement from one of our member, Oasis member, Alvin, is he gave me this idea to repeat this speech again because I think this topic is very valuable and want to tell the new experienced member about this new film is Cruelty Free. Because this quarter, our new experienced Toastmaster, our film is Change the World. Then this company or this brand name is doing something is change the world. What's the meaning of cruelty free? Is they want to make international standard and certificates to grant to some manufacturer and supplier that they do not do animal testing in their cosmetic, personal care and household products, mainly these 3 kind of products. So when they found that they do some standard testing, all their products do not use any animal testing, then they will give them this trademark on their product. So when the consumer go to buy product, some of the very conscious consumer have some warm-hearted, have some human standard. The consumer, they will choose those products have this label. This is the point of this trademark. And then they will show that what is the shopper is using the non-animal testing and what company. So for the consumer, easy to find what is the product that they want to buy for. So this is this website. And then next page. Then in the website you can find, I go to choose, is it Hong Kong have some this kind of animal testing free product? We can find some. Most of them is Europe branding. So why most of them is Europe branding? Because this trend is start in 90s. But just recently, EU countries, the European Union country, they started the legislation that ban all the animal testing product. So therefore, nowadays, if you want to go in Hong Kong, you buy this kind of a trademark product, most of them is European brand. So, why they are so concerned in promoting in out of the EU country? I go to a website, they say in EU country you will never cannot buy this kind of animal testing product. But they worry this kind of product will export to non-EU countries. So therefore they are now doing more and more promotion in UK, Canada, or in Asia. Some assessment. In UK, they avoid the animal testing product is in the household product. And then in USA and Canada, is avoid the animal testing product in cosmetic product. That means not the compete. They compete is a free product. Now is those countries one product in UK, and then is the cosmetic product in USA. So they still have a long way to go. Like our wording is that their effort is 10 years. 10 nations, yeah, it's a very long road to go. So the next page, yeah, we start in Hong Kong is one of our Oasis members. He tell us this idea because he's joined this cruelty free family. In Hong Kong have a Facebook face page. It's My Fair Lady Hong Kong. So you can click to the Facebook and be a fan with them. They have some activities, some seminar, or some outing. Most of the outings in Yunnan to tell people why we need to buy the cruelty-free products. Okay, and then next page. What is animal testing? They normally, their trademark is a living rabbit, living bunny. Why they always use the rabbit and bunny to the testing is Alvin tell me that because the rabbit, they do not have a teeth. So they will drop those chemicals into their tears to see what's the reaction. If we have a lot of tears, we cannot see the full result. So, and then I asked why they use the chemical products instead of using the natural products. It's based on some cost issue. If they use a chemical product, can do some simulation like the natural product, then they can reduce the cost. But how big is the proportions? So they need to test it, make sure they use more chemicals, but still not toxin to the human body. Then they will not be banned by the Legislation Council and Consumer Council. So and then the next page is another kind of animal testing. This is the cat. Yeah. They fix the body and then they will put the chemical on the skins to see how much that they can bear and do not have some allergic. This is mainly for personal care products. So and then next page. So how we can do it very simple. When you buy your cosmetic things and then personal care things or household things, to check whether they have this trademark cruelty-free logo, then you are supporting their organization. When more and more consumers buying this kind of product, then make sure the manufacturer and the supplier will later on support this event. So let's see their achievement. The next page is they have some achievement. They have increased the household consumption in the cruelty-free product for 13 times, and then for the cosmetic items have an increase of 42%. So it's a big successful. But most of them is only in EU countries only. Non-EU countries, up of now, they have no formal data. So after talking about this good global theory, but most of the consumer, will they take action? Will they follow up? Normally of them will not. Because like Hong Kong people, we just concern about the price tag. When you go to supermarket, which is the cheapest item, then you buy this cheapest item. So they will not consider whether have this trademark logo or non-trademark logo. So for me, in the final session is I call for action. The reason why we have to promote this cruelty-free, why we need to take action is first, is this is not so human. To test the people in such a cruel way, we do not support it. I think most of the Thai new experienced member will not be so cruel to the animal, so we should support. And then for the second thing is why I also concern this about product is recently, the recent few years, I have some skin allergic. That means we have some wet thing on my skin, especially in this kind of weather, dry weather. But recently, some of my friends, around half years ago, my friends say that, why not you try to use some natural product? That is, all the things is natural, without the animal testing. This kind of natural product will avoid your skin allergic. After I tried for 6 months, really, even now it's in autumn, in this dry weather, this year I do not have this allergy on my face. So it's quite good. And then the third reason why we support this standard is in Hong Kong recently, we have one very famous TV program called Popular in Seoul. Have you seen this movie, Popular in Seoul, from Dou Yufeng? The artist is Dou Yufeng. She encouraged a kind of culture, it's a spend money culture. She said that I have 1,000 shoes. It's not in pieces, in pairs. So it's very focused in pairs. I have 1,000 shoes. That for me is the third point is I anti the consumerism. It's overspending. Why we say that overspending is not so good? Not talking about you spend, talking about 1,000 shoes, and then for example the shoes is $1,000 per pair. Then it's talking about 1 million. If 1 million, you have a lot of things you can do. It can be your home deposit to start to buy your house, or have some long-term planning, but now to spend in the shoes. That is the point that we do not agree. Another thing is you have 1,000 pairs of shoes. That means you use 1,000 leather. This come from the crowd. That come from the crowd. That is not support to the environment. Why we say that? Because some USA standards say that if you like the Green Monday, they say that if you eat more vegetables instead of more beef, that means you can save a lot of carbon
emission.
Emission. Yeah, I forgot the term. Carbon emission. Save. Talking about the percentage. If you eat the vegetables and grains, the proportion is 1 to 2. But if you eat the beef, the proportion is 1 to 80. So therefore, for the carbon emission, eat less beef can reduce the carbon emission. But this kind of woman like those you say that, oh, I need to have 1,000 pair of shoes. That means you have 1,000 leathers. Then whatever you do the eating veggie, but you still spend a lot of carbon in your life. So therefore, for the limited world resources, we need to save the world and then not use so much this kind of meat product. And then on the other hand is if you use less meat and then more environmental friendly, then the world will be better. So this Cruelty's free product, the second page, is they also have another thing is a veggie. So it's if you have the concept of save the world resources, then you do not have an overconsumption. If you do not have an overconsumption, then we have a lot of resources. We need not to do a lot of chemical thing to make this kind of ingredient product. Then no need to have animal testing. The whole concept is like that. So hope all the people after listening my speech and hope encourage you take for action. And then when you buy the things, check all your product whether they have this logo. Then can save the world resources. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace, for sharing with